When whispers about Brad Pitt and Ines de Ramon first began, few took them seriously. After all, Brad has been Hollywood's eternal enigma. Charming, quiet, and cautious since his highly publicized split from Angelina Jolie. But now, those whispers have turned into a headline that has every gossip page lighting up. Brad and Ines are reportedly living together. What started as a quiet companionship seems to have grown into something much deeper. Paparazzi lenses recently caught glimpses of Ines's belongings being moved into Brad's Los Angeles home, and that was enough to set off a media storm. Fans are calling it Brad's second act in love, the secret move that no one saw. Coming sources close to the couple reveal that the move wasn't a spur-of-the-moment decision. "It's been months in the making," one insider said. "Brad's been spending more and more time with Ines, and it just made sense. It feels natural." The pair first sparked rumors back in late 2022 when they were seen attending a Bono concert together. Since then, they've been spotted at private dinners, art galleries, and quiet getaways. Always low-key, always together. A love hidden in plain sight. Unlike Brad's past romances, this one seems to thrive in silence. There are no flashy red carpets, no social media hints, just two people sharing small, ordinary moments that somehow look extraordinary because of who they are. Close friends say Brad has become softer, calmer, and genuinely happy. One source told People, "He's found someone who doesn't care about fame." Ines is real, and that's what Brad needs. Ines, who was previously married to actor Paul Wesley of The Vampire Diaries, reportedly shares Brad's love for art, architecture, and quiet escapes. Together, they've been described as a couple who love privacy as much as they love each other. The world reacts with curiosity and caution. As expected, social media had its say. Fans flooded timelines with mixed emotions, admiration from some, nostalgia from others still fixated on Brangelina. The internet, after all, has a long memory. Some tabloids painted it as Brad's new beginning, while others hinted at a safe love after heartbreak. But even the harshest gossip columns couldn't ignore the glow in recent photos. Brad smiling, relaxed, and far from the stormy headlines that once defined his love life. Hollywood's most watched romance. The timing of it all is what's making this story irresistible. Brad Pitt, at 61, remains one of Hollywood's most desired and respected figures. And Ines, 35, is not a celebrity chasing limelight. She's a woman with her own identity, her own success, and a quiet confidence that's captured Brad's attention. Insiders say their connection is real, not just another Hollywood spark that fades. They have a rhythm, one mutual friend shared. He lets her in, and she never pushes too far. It's balanced. And that's rare in this town. A quiet rebirth of love. So here we are, Hollywood's golden man finding warmth in a love that doesn't scream for attention. Whether they've officially moved in or not, one thing is clear. Brad Pitt isn't just dating again, he's living again. And as the whispers turn into stories, and the stories turn into headlines, fans can't help but wonder, is this the love story that finally gives Brad the peace he's been searching for all along? Behind Hollywood gates, the mansion, the mystery, and the move. It's no secret that Brad Pitt's Los Feliz estate has long been his private kingdom. A blend of vintage charm and modern serenity tucked behind high hedges and iron gates. But now, that very estate might be turning into a home shared by not just Brad, but Ines de Ramon. Rumors of the move gained momentum when a few eagle-eyed fans noticed moving trucks outside the property in late September. The gossip mill immediately went wild. Is Ines moving in? Are they taking the next big step? And as it turns out, the whispers weren't baseless. A close insider revealed, Ines has been spending most of her time there anyway. It was only a matter of time before it became official. The mansion of new beginnings. Brad's Los Feliz mansion, once filled with echoes of a life shared with Angelina Jolie and their 6 children, now feels reborn. The home has reportedly undergone subtle renovations, warm lighting, art pieces from local galleries, and a cozier aesthetic that insiders say reflects Ines's touch. She has an eye for calm and minimalism, a friend shared. The place feels softer now, like someone added peace to it. Brad's love for architecture and design is well documented, and Ines's artistic flair has blended perfectly with his taste. Together, they've reportedly curated spaces where every corner speaks of quiet intimacy. An art studio here, a music corner there, and a kitchen that's now said to be alive again with laughter. A love kept behind closed doors. Hollywood couples are rarely this private. No social media posts, no PR stunts, just a mutual understanding to protect something that feels real. An insider close to Brad revealed, he doesn't want to repeat the past. He's happier when things stay between them. This relationship is his safe zone. Ines, known for her subtle grace and strong sense of individuality, has reportedly helped Brad rediscover the meaning of peace after years of public scrutiny. Their chemistry isn't loud, but it's magnetic, the kind that doesn't need headlines to prove it exists. When the cameras fade away, unlike most Hollywood romances that crave attention, this one seems to thrive in silence. They've been spotted sharing quiet dinners at Brad's favorite spots in Santa Barbara, walking their dogs at dawn, and attending intimate art events together. Brad looks younger. One paparazzo even joked, he laughs more now. That's the difference. Even co-stars who've recently worked with Brad say he's lighter and more grounded. One film crew member said he used to come to set, do his part, and leave. Now he stays, chats, smiles more, like he's carrying something good inside him. Their love, their rules. The idea of moving in isn't just romantic, it's symbolic. For Brad, it's an act of trust. For Ines, it's a step towards something deeper, but without the performative glitz Hollywood expects. They're rewriting the script for love in Tinseltown, one built on privacy, not publicity. They're both very protective of what they have, an insider emphasized. It's slow, it's mature, and it's real. Brad calls her his peace, a home full of heartbeats. And maybe that's what makes this story so captivating. Not the mansion, not the fame, but the transformation of a man who once lost everything to the spotlight, now finding comfort in the quiet hum of shared mornings. Behind those iron gates, away from flashing cameras, Brad Pitt isn't the Hollywood star or the heartbroken ex. He's just a man, smiling in his kitchen, with someone who finally feels like home. The past shadows. A man defined by his past. For years, Brad Pitt's love life has been a story written under the world's brightest spotlight. From his fairy tale marriage with Jennifer Aniston to the whirlwind romance and eventual heartbreak with Angelina Jolie, every chapter of his romantic journey has been scrutinized, dissected, and replayed by the media. And now, as the world watches him take gentle steps toward a quieter love with Ines de Ramon, it's impossible not to look back. Because when you're Brad Pitt, one of the most photographed men alive, the past never truly lets go. From fire to calm. Those who know Brad say this new love feels different. It's not built on passion that burns too bright. It's built on comfort, trust, and understanding. A source close to the actor shared, Brad used to chase big feelings. Now he's chasing peace with Angelina Jolie. The chemistry was undeniable. Fiery, cinematic, and larger than life. But it also carried storms. Their relationship, once the symbol of Hollywood glamour, became a public battlefield filled with custody disputes and emotional wounds that took years to heal. Ines de Ramon represents the opposite of that chaos. She's quiet where the world is loud, stable where the spotlight blinds. She isn't trying to compete with Brad's fame, she simply coexists with it. The public still whispers, but even as fans celebrate his new beginning, the shadow of Brangelina lingers. Social media remains divided, half cheering for his happiness, half questioning whether true healing can ever come in the public eye. Some fans still cling to the nostalgia of his past love stories, while others admire the maturity he's showing now. One viral tweet captured the sentiment perfectly. Brad Pitt doesn't need a new love story, he needs peace. And maybe that's exactly what he's found Hollywood's favorite narrative. It's fascinating how Hollywood treats its stars as characters in an endless script. The world wants Brad to move on, but not too fast. To find love, but not forget. To smile again, but never without reminding us of who broke his heart. And yet, through it all, Brad seems unbothered. Those close to him say he's learned to let the noise fade. He doesn't live for approval anymore, a friend said. He's learned to live for small joys. Coffee in the morning, music, time with Ines and his kids. That's his world now. The healing years. Ines entered his life at a time when he had already done the hard work, the therapy, the self-reflection, the rebuilding. She didn't arrive to fix him, she arrived when he had already started to heal. That's what makes their relationship so grounded. It's not a rebound, not an escape. It's a continuation of his evolution as a man who's learning that love doesn't have to hurt to be real. She gives him space, and he gives her stability. One insider explained, "They're equals, and Brad's never had that before." A past that shaped a present. Brad Pitt will always carry his past with him, the fame, the failures, the heartbreak. But for the first time in years, he's not running from it. He's embracing it as part of his story, while quietly writing a new one, with someone who doesn't need to rewrite his history, only to understand it. And maybe that's what love looks like after everything. Not fireworks, but calm skies. Not headlines, but home. A new dawn, the golden man's new chapter. For a man who once lived under the relentless flash of cameras, Brad Pitt now seems to have discovered something far rarer than fame: peace. His days of high-profile red carpets and chaotic tabloids seem to be fading, replaced by mornings that begin in quiet gardens and evenings spent with someone who doesn't want to share him with the world, only with the moment. Insiders say Brad has found his balance. He's done chasing perfection, one close friend shared. He's focusing on being present, in love, in life, in everything. And standing beside him is Ines de Ramon, a woman who never asked for the spotlight but somehow fits perfectly into its glow. Love after the storm. Hollywood loves second acts, and this might just be Brad Pitt's most beautiful one. After years of heartbreak, public trials, and emotional turbulence, he seems to have finally stepped into a chapter written in calm tones and soft light. Ines isn't just a new romance, she's the quiet aftermath of the storm, the gentle reminder that love doesn't always need noise to be powerful. Those who've seen them together describe their bond as real, grounded, and mature. They're not performing, another source said, they're just living. A Hollywood legend rewritten. Brad Pitt has spent over 3 decades redefining Hollywood masculinity, the charming rebel, the soulful artist, the golden boy who carried both beauty and burden. But this new version of him feels more human than ever. He's no longer trying to play the hero. He's simply living as a man who's earned his peace the hard way. Ines, with her effortless sophistication, has helped him write this new script, one that's not about grand gestures or perfect endings, but about real beginnings. Together, they're quietly rewriting what a Hollywood love story can look like. One where privacy is the new luxury and tenderness is the ultimate headline. Beyond the cameras, there's something poetic about Brad Pitt's journey, a man adored by millions finally choosing to disappear, not out of sadness, but out of contentment. He's producing more, acting less, and spending time with people who make him feel grounded. Ines, it seems, is now part of that circle of calm, the home after the noise. Rumors of them moving in together may or may not be official, but emotionally, it's already true. They've built a rhythm, one that doesn't need validation from the flashing lights outside their gates. The man who found home again. So here stands Brad Pitt, the golden man of Hollywood, not on a film set, but in the quiet comfort of a love that feels real. No red carpets, no grand declarations, just a man and a woman choosing simplicity over spectacle. And maybe that's the most powerful thing he's done yet, to remind the world that sometimes the greatest role you'll ever play is yourself.